here at the dam, which is definitely a joy for me. And I've been reading a lot about senses, and birds are renowned for having great vision, and they have. They're tetrachromats. They have 4 types of cones. We have blue, red, and green. We're trichromatic, but birds are tetrachromatic, so they have 4. So they can see the violets and the ultraviolets. Now, this is not just widening the colour spectrum of our sort of colour spectrum and just widening it. No, they can see a whole other dimension that we can't even tap into. Another dimension, not just broadening the spectrum that we can see. Oh no. So for that reason, birds have always thought to have good eyesight, and it's been thought that they don't have a good sense of smell. Whether that was intentional or not, birds can't smell, but that is so wrong. And there are actually many types of birds are said to have an incredible sense of smell. Marabou Stork's been one of them. And one of the examples that really found that out in terms of science is so fascinating that I must share it with you. And it's to do with a group of seabirds known as the tube-nosies. I won't go into much detail, but they're named for the shape of their nostrils. And they've got such an intricate and complicated nasal system, olfactory system, that the scientists who discovered this thought, why? Why are their noses so well developed and so intricate? I mean, what do they use their sense of smell for? They're seabirds. They're flying over the sea. What are they smelling? So she did an experiment, and it might sound a little bit gross, but I'm just going to tell you. She went on a ship, and she decided to dip tampons in fish oil and fly them on the flagpole, stop laughing, Davy, of the ship to release the scent. To obviously hold in moisture and then release it in the air. And immediately the seabirds were there. They came from nowhere. Where were they? And how did they just immediately know the scent of fish was in the air? But why do they use their sense of smell? What's going on? And basically, it was discovered that there's a chemical called DMS, which is dimethyl sulfide. DMS is much easier. And it's that smell that you can only describe when you're walking along the beach as seaweedy. You know when you're trying to describe the smell on the shore and all you can think to say is seaweedy? That's the smell. That is the smell of DMS. I guess it's the scent of bountiful seas, if you like. And it's the scent that is released when plankton is eaten by krill. So the scent doesn't only sort of get released underwater, it actually comes into the air. So when it comes into the air, the seabirds smell it, and immediately they know there's plankton there, but that's not what they're after. They know that krill is there because it's the krill that is eating the plankton. So they sort of fly over the seas and wait until they get a whiff of that DMS, and the minute they do, they know that there's krill that they can dive into the water and get, and their smell is so accurate that they can just dive in and get it. So we think that the ocean is sort of featureless. On the surface, obviously not underwater, it's just featureless to us. It's just ocean, it's just grey with waves. But actually, to a bird, it is an incredible array of topography of scents. And birds are really not known for their sense of smell. Isn't that incredible? And it all came from that discovery using a unique tool and covering it in fish oil.